Hey ladies, so today we are going to be talking about financial security and how to look after yourself after your divorce and also before you get into a new relationship, or if you're in a new relationship, what to do to protect yourself and to make the smart decisions so that you can keep what you've got and then build yourself up as you keep moving forward.
One of the first things I would recommend that you do after you get divorced is to actually update your will and put in place the financial arrangements that you're going to be happy with. So you're probably going to need an executor, and that can be one executor or a joint executor, and, make financial decisions that you feel comfortable with, taking into account your children or how you want to distribute your assets and what you have left when you pass away. So one of the other things that I want you to be careful about is how you go about, setting yourself up financially, where you go for advice, who you listen to, who you trust, what you actually share. Because as you may be out there with new friends, maybe even dating, I want you to just be consciously aware that not everyone in the world is good people, and that there definitely is some men that are looking for a safe landing place, someone to look after them or to provide for them. And whilst this might not be a conversation that anyone would talk about, we see it time and time again where, there definitely is people who don't have a lot or don't have a place to stay, and they will prey on vulnerable and lonely people. Now, we'll talk more about this as we go through this discussion, but I just want to sow the seed that, we need to look after ourselves. And the bottom line that I always say to my clients is nobody cares more about your money than you should. And, you need to be responsible, you need to be brave, and you need to have the confidence to actually, speak up and make decisions that are in your best interest, because nobody's going to protect you if you don't protect yourself here, especially in your financial department.
Protect yourself first. Having tough conversations with people about finances once you're actually starting the relationship, and not being taken advantage of by people. And when we say people, there are definitely scammers out there whose sole aim is to take your money. There is definitely those people. We're not saying that that's everybody, of course, because there's lots of great guys out there. So we don't want to scare you too much. But at the same time, it's not about being scared. It's about looking after yourself and being smart, right? So be aware that there are a small portion, but a portion of the population who are out there trying to scam women like you. So be smart about it, protect yourself, and don't ever give people money in the start of a relationship. And when I mean the start, that could literally be for the first at least a year, because we actually know a lot of ladies who have been scammed and groomed over 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months even.
3 months is very normal, that before they will even ask for anything, and a lot of these guys are showing up fairly consistently. They're saying they're in the military, that, there's always an excuse why they can't meet you. But there's some tests that we get the ladies to do straight away to work out if it's a scammer or not. And but you've got to be on your guard that not everyone you meet online, you've got to actually act like you don't know them, that you don't trust a word that they say, and that you are cautious and careful when you're first meeting somebody, and you want them to, show you who they are before you let down your guard and be too trusting. So this is financially something that you do definitely need to protect yourself on. And, we've seen time and time again, I've worked with ladies that have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and these guys would come on hot and heavy, tell them everything they needed to hear and wanted to hear. They preyed on the vulnerable women, and it's not your fault if you've been caught in something like this. I know that you just wanted to be loved. I know you were lonely and you just wanted someone to care for you. And unfortunately, that led to you being vulnerable to someone who didn't have your intention and who took advantage of you. So just be careful about it, ladies. And if anything feels too good to be true, it usually is. And even if, I've heard so many ladies say, oh no, I wondered if he was a scammer, but it's just not, because he didn't even ask for money. He offered to give me some money, and it'll always be a story, but then it will never happen. Or it might be $100, but then they, within a month they're asking for $1,000, and it usually starts small, incidental, and there's always a story around it.
Another thing as well, ladies, is when you are trying to move forward, depending upon your situation, if you do have a lot of debt, the first step that usually helps a lot of people to be able to get more financial control is consolidate your debt into one easy repayment.
Yeah.
So that you know.